Transitions taking twice as long as you planned. You constantly find yourself repeating, clean up before you rotate, don't forget to push in your chairs, and being asked for the 5th time, what do we do next? If this sounds like I've been a fly on the wall in your classroom, you're not alone. This is exactly what my classroom sounded like until I realized the problem. The problem was that I wasn't providing my students with a visual of clear expectations and what was expected of them during transitions. The solution was simple. I needed a way to show them exactly what I expected of them during their transitions so that they could reference it and have a visual so they knew exactly what to do. Today, I'm going to share with you how to turn this anchor chart into an effective transitions anchor chart that will have you spending less time repeating yourself and more time doing what matters most, teaching. Now, before I go into each of the steps on exactly how we're going to make this effective transition anchor chart, I just wanted to let you know that if you'd like a copy of the free anchor chart that I have hanging up behind me, you can find the link down in the description below. All right, so step 1 is that first we are going to pick our transition. Once we've picked a transition to focus on, we want to make sure that it's something that our class is okay at, but could perfect and get better at. Our goal is to start small and to build confidence in our classroom before we pick our biggest challenge to tackle. Our goal is to help them get familiar with the anchor chart and set them up for success. Once we've chosen our transition, our next step, and probably the most important step, is to fill in the anchor chart. Now, I want you to make sure, though, you should not be doing this alone. Really, you should be bringing to your classroom an anchor chart that looks just like this. It has some headings on it. It is not filled in because we are going to be doing that with our class. Our goal is to create their anchor chart with our students. We want their input and we want them to be a part of it so that they are more likely to use it and understand what it means. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pick the transition that you're working on. Today, for this video, the transition that I'm going to model is going to be that little transition between when you go from station to station. First, I'm going to tell students what our cue is going to be. So our cue is going to be this song. Turn it up! So when I play this song, they know that means they're going to follow this next steps. And I'm going to ask them, okay, so when we hear that song, right, it means that we're about to switch and we're going to go to our next station. But what do we do first? Okay, what do we do after that? And what do we do after that? And what is our classroom sounding like while we're doing this? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill out that anchor chart together. All right, so you'll notice that I use steps with simple words and I paired them with a visual. And if you're teaching an older grade, the visuals aren't always necessary, but I do find that they do help if you have any English language learners in your class. Basically, it's a reminder that makes it very easy and simple for students to understand and a great tool that they can reference. We just want to keep it short, clear, and keep our steps to 3 to 5 steps so that it's not too overwhelming. Once your anchor chart's complete, it's time to practice. The first thing that you're going to want to do is as the teacher, are going to want to practice. You're going to show, as you point to each step, you're going to clearly go through and show your class exactly what that looks like, exactly what your expectations are. After you finish showing them, it's their turn to practice. Make sure that each day you're using the same cue. A cue could be a chime, a clap, or we love to use fun transition songs. This helps build consistency and helps our students associate the cue with the steps and knowing exactly what to do. Step number 4 is to give positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is one of the most powerful tools that you have at your disposal in your classroom. Each time the students follow the anchor chart and your expectations, we are going to want to encourage them. It can be something simple as a cheer or a clap or even a class compliment. When students feel successful, it encourages and motivates them to continue to repeat the behavior. We want to continuously practice those small wins to keep them motivated and on the right track. Once we've done all of those steps, we're going to repeat the process with a new transition. So as soon as you feel like your kids are really grounded and really understand what to do, we're going to add another transition to our transition anchor chart. Stacking these routines one at a time will help your class to build confidence and independence during transitions. Want a little secret? Save your most challenging transition for the second or third transition that you've put on your anchor chart. You want your students to feel successful before you take on a big challenge. By the time you get to the tough transitions, your students will already understand how the anchor chart works as well as your expectations. Now imagine this. You give the cue, students glance at the anchor chart, and like magic, they clean up their station, stand behind their chairs, and wait for the music to stop before they rotate to their next station. No chaos, no confusion, just smooth, quiet transitions. That's the power of consistency and clear expectations using a visual like an anchor chart. Ready to bring calm and consistency to your transitions? Try making a transition anchor chart and see the difference that it makes. I would love for you to come back and share your wins with me so that I can celebrate with you. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel for future classroom management videos. And if you're looking for other ways and other ideas to improve your classroom transitions, like using the musical cues or a visual timer, you can also find those links in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.